Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're going to be taking the rat for a spin in Clan Boss today. I did a video yesterday where I was just kind of like, this dude is pretty damn top tier at soloing dungeons, in Bommel. Yeah, pretty damn solid in the arena too. And I promised that I would give him a try in Clan Boss. And I didn't want to just throw him straight into an unkillable team because, yeah, he's a poisoner. He's going to do tons of damage in an unkillable team. He's straight up better than my kind of like go-to champions in an unkillable team for a lower level account. Yeah, if I'm looking at go-tos, it's like the Frozen Banshees, the Occult Brawlers, anyone who's going to pump out a load of poison. I think he's just a straight up better champion to use, especially considering that you could get lucky and pick up a blessing for him, like a Brimstone. Yeah, he's legendary. A Brimstone would massively increase his clan boss damage. Basically, it's all about his passive here. Every time he turns a bomb into a poison, every time a bomb pops, it turns into 2 poisons. That's the main thing about this dude, why he would be good in Clan Boss. And I don't even think you need to book him for him to be extremely effective. I can't re-unbook my champion, unfortunately, but I don't think he needs to be booked to still kick out a butt ton of poisons. In fact, overfill the debuff bar, which is pretty damn cool. Now, because he's got the A3 into A2 mechanic, I personally think it's doable, right? Me and Saf have been working through some speed tunes and stuff. It's definitely doable to go A3 into A2. I don't think you need to, though. I think it complicates things. It makes the speed tune harder to do for the average player. I think you just turn off the A3. And then you're basically going A1 puts out your bombs and gives you a load of chances to get Giant Slayer hits. And the A2 applies more bombs and extends poison and also gives you decreased attack, which for a non-unkillable team is a damn sexy ability to have. So yeah, I think he's going to be top tier. So let's just go through what I've done on him. Masteries, I've just done offensive and support. We've done Giant Slayer as the main mastery. That's one to look out for. Otherwise, really, we're just trying to lay bombs and get our accuracy up and that type of stuff. Perhaps get back to the A2 more often. In terms of his gear, all of the champions I'm going to show you, I've stripped their jewelry away to try and make up for the fact that I've got a solid Great Haul and try and get it back to an average person's account. Okay, it's still good. I'm still going to use good gear, but these are the type of stats that I think you should aim for or try and work towards. So I've got a couple of K defense, a good amount of health. I tried to punch for 100% crit rate. I definitely needed the accuracy to land my bombs. And then in this particular speed tune, I've got a 182 speed. Yeah, so for my build, I've gone crit damage on the gloves, attack percent, HP percent. But if you're an earlier game player, forget what I've just shown you there and just get to the speed, the accuracy, and then defensive stats. Forget the offensive bit, because a big part of his damage is actually just the bombs going off and the poisons ticking. Yeah, the hit damage is like the Brucey bonus cherry on top. Yeah, so don't worry too much about that. I'll show you the speed tune I'm running here, which is based on the White Whale, which basically is a 2-for-1 speed tune. So with this speed comp then, we've got Hiker going at 249 speed. She's the fastest. We've then got Rearguard Sergeant at 225. Anchorite 227. He's a buff extender. That's his main job here. And then we've got Mithrala at 193. Basically set it up so that we've got Rearguard Sergeant as an ally protector who's going to protect our team from the smacks. Mithrala's doing like shieldage and increasing our defense and attack. Hikertoon's obviously getting the speed going. Anchorite's extending the speed to get us going 2-for-1. And a 2-for-1 speed tune's really important if you want to up your damage in Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss without doing a unkillable team. So let me show you the other builds. I'll show you Hikertoon first. Basically, she's just going quick. So she's got a chunk of speed gear on. I don't have any form of healing in this team other than Mithrala doing a heal on her A3 and some heals coming from Rearguard Sergeant. So I've got a little set of Immortal on her just because I want her to heal a touch. She's going to be tanking the stun. That might be tough. She's got the 249 speed, good amount of health, and okay amount of defense. That's all I care about. I'm turning her A3 off. None of her speed control stuff makes any difference. All I wanted to do is to speed us up. Anchorite extends that speed buff, also does some healing for us. Anchorite's a really good champion, actually, for non-unkillable teams. So again, just speed gear and decent sort of survivability stuff, but nothing crazy here. I hope you would agree there is nothing crazy here about stats. We've then got Rearguard Sergeant, who is at Ally Protector. You could definitely upgrade this Ally Protector to better ones in the game, but I figured I'd try and keep it fairly low key. Ally Protectors, you want a lot of health, and you want a good defense pool. I've got increased defense anyway from my Mithrala, so actually about a 2.7k is enough, but as much health as I can get, the right speed for the comp, and then I actually wanted some accuracy for her, because she's giving me a decreased defense as well. And then Mithrala is just going to be kind of like supporting my team. My Mithrala is a +2, okay? I can't undo that for the test server, so what I've done is try to strip her bare. She's basically naked anyway on her skin, so we've taken some of the clothes away, and I tried to get her stats down. But we've still got 6.5k, 65k attack and good defense. Otherwise, I pulled her accuracy right down because I don't want her poisons to be landing in place of the Rat Kings. So hopefully you'll appreciate what I'm trying to do to make this normal. Everyone's got War Master apart from the Rat King that's got Giant Slayer. Pretty much everyone's got these same offensive masteries and defensive masteries to keep us alive for longer. So let's do the setup here. So you can see it. There is a little bit of a setup. I basically manual until the stun, and then we go full auto after that. And in terms of the team setup, I've gone prioritize your A2, High Cartoon, don't use your A3. Don't use your A3, Verminlord, use your A2 and your A1. Prioritize your A3, then your A2 on Rearguard. Prioritize your A2, then your A3 on Mithrala. Anchorite, A2, then A3 to get this set up. Anchorite could be subbed for any of the extenders, like Sandlashed. There's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, any of the extenders can kind of come in and do this job. I guess any Ally Protector can do this job. She is on a 3-turn cooldown, so bear that in mind. This one's just kind of in there for protection and healing. So someone else can come in and do that job. Yeah, Anchorite actually cleanses the stun. So I don't have a block debuffs available here or set up here. If you were going onto Spirit Affinity, the same team actually does work. So you see I flipped it onto Spirit Affinity here. All I do is instead of delaying 4 turns on Anchorite, I actually just delay 1. And then it still works out for Spirit Affinity as well, which is quite cool to see. Okay, so I'm just going to manual the start here to make sure that I get the speed tune set up properly. So we're going to go A1, High Cartoon, A3 on my Anchorite, A2, Rearguard, A2, Mithrala, A1 with the Brats, throwing out a couple of those bombs already. And then going to go A2, A1, A3, A3, A2, get some more bombs going. See that? We're starting to get our poisons ticking up. A1, A1, A1. Should get a drop defense if we're lucky. And then we go A1s all the way until Rearguard. Where we do an A2. And then we go A2, A2, full auto. So a full auto from this point on. Anchorite cleanses my stun. And then basically you can see already after one wave of attacks, we've got a decreased attack on, which is really important to keep up. And because he's doing decreased attack on his A2, whilst also doing the buff extension, I never see decreased attack come off. And that's important. Like, you need decreased attack to be on all the time when you're doing these clan boss runs if you're not playing unkillable teams, or you will die. But look at this debuff bar. It is absolutely chock-a-block full of poisons. Like, he is absolutely filling up the debuff bar in a crazy way. Almost too well. Almost too well. It's a bit of a watch out. If you want your decreased defense and weaken going on, then you need to set it up so that it absolutely gets out there, because he is a beast, a man beast, taking those poisons on So I'm going to let us run through. We're now running on a 2-for-1 cycle right the way through with this team. As I say, for anyone who's trying to get into Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, this is the type of team that most people start with. Before, unless you get unkillable. If you get lucky, you get your unkillable stuff going, great. Do that. 100% do that. It's much easier. But this is the type of entry-level team which you're hoping to push for 3 key killing Ultra Nightmare. And one of the best ways to do it is to be going on a 2-for-1 speed tune so that you go 2 times every time the clan boss has a turn. You just get so many more hits in. So many more chances for War Master or Giant Slayer procs. And you can see we fill the debuff bar up all the time. And, you know, I mean, every time this clan boss now takes a turn, look at the amount of damage he takes when these ramp up. Look at the damage coming in now. All of those 50Ks. He's like that. The rat's like that. A few more hits for me. Thank you very much. So look, I'm going to play it through to the end, see how far we can get with this team, and I'll bring you back in right near the end when we're about to die. Okay, we're coming back in. We're on turn 27. After turn 25, this clan boss hits really hard. We've kept decreased attack on pretty much the whole time, which was one of my worries. We've had poisons ticking over all the time. And honestly, for a team that isn't an unkillable, and I feel like, as I said earlier, he is a better unkillable champion, I think it's doing a good job. You know, we're going to be on for probably a 3 key here. Almost there already, actually. And against Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, with reasonable builds and a kind of good setup, 3 keying is hard to do outside of unkillable teams. So, yeah, I mean, the Rat is definitely going to be coming into people's Clan Boss teams. I think he will be absolutely fine if he's unbooked as well, because his poison is kind of, there she goes, his kind of like sheer poison capability is immense. Yeah, so whether he's booked or not, just getting this many poisons out and extending them all the time is pretty damn crazy. So I think he's up there as one of the best fusions that you can pick up for like an early into mid-game account, because he's just so versatile. I've already shown him in dungeons doing crazy stuff. He's just such a versatile champion, and he does a lot of work. He does a lot of damage. But there you go. This team here, which I think you'd agree, pretty bare bonesy type of team. You know, entry level into Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss type of team in terms of speed into extend, someone to ally protect, someone to protect. Agreed, Mithral is a good champion for that, but someone to protect the team with shields and stuff. And then GNISHAK here has done 15.7 million of the 25 million damage. That's big numbers, yeah. And throwing him into an unkillable team, I think he will probably like flourish even more. So should he be on your wish list for Christmas? I think he should. There you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.